I'm very excited to bring you on the show. What are you seeing with the new builds?
I love this house, but I can't afford it.
There's going to be about 20,000 sales in Maricopa County across the year.
People are fooling themselves by looking at the data on Zillow. And towards the end, I'm going to talk about the Buydown programs. All right, we are ready with special guests today. I'm very excited. I've been partnering with these guys for a few years now. We've had done mortgages for some of their most informed investors and also first-time home buyers. And I've attended a ton of parties at these guys' house. So if you have not been to his party, first become their clients and then you can get to attend their party. So Barry and Aakash, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having us.
I'm very excited to bring you on the show. There are two reasons. One reason is we've had a lot of clients who are very anxious about the market. I know we've been doing a lot of deals together. I'm seeing, because I partner with a lot of real estate agents, I see that they have not been performing as well as you guys are. So there is something that you guys are doing that we want to bring it to the community to show what's happening, what the smart buyers are doing in this market. So I want to get your feel for it. So let's start with new homes and then we'll go with the resale homes. And towards the end, I'm going to talk about the buy-down programs. So what are you seeing with the new builds?
Well, one thing is we spend a lot of times bringing the best deal for our clients. So we have the distinction in this Arizona that have been to every community, every model home, have walked through every model home, and we can tell you this model and the same model from this same builder, you can buy it $20,000 cheaper if you go to Casa Grande. If you go to Coolidge, this is $27,000. So we know how much. Somebody sometimes tell us that I love this house, but I can't afford it. If it was $50,000 cheaper, I could buy it. I said, yes, you can buy this thing as a price for $47,000 cheaper than this model that we are standing, because I walked through every model and I know the prices.
That's good. And a lot of times the buyers, they don't know, especially the people who are moving from out of state, they're okay, like retiring people, they're okay to go anywhere, but they don't know what the options are.
Yeah.
It's a huge advantage for somebody like you guys, you know the market and you know the options, the opportunities, and instead of you or the buyer spending time driving around, they can say, this is my criteria, this is what I want. And with the specials at the builders, now you're also up to speed on the special.
Yes.
So with that, it's much easier. So what are you seeing with the new builds?
So new construction, if you look at the numbers, right, there's going to be about 20,000 sales in Maricopa County across the year. You know, that's almost 1 in 5 homes is new construction has closed this year. So there's a lot of it, and it's quite strong in how much is closing. What we're seeing is from now, because interest rates are up a little bit, you're having a bit more fallout with clients not being able to qualify for the loan anymore. And so with that, builders are willing to do whatever they can to keep that deal active and going. So, you know, things 12 months ago, they would have cut you loose and then sold it, you know, $50,000 higher because it's appreciated so quickly. Now that doesn't exist. And secondly, they're holding a little bit more inventory and the sales are a little bit slower. So they're willing to work with clients who are more borderline in terms of qualifying, whether it's their debt to incomes, their taxes, you know, weird things that have shown up on their file. So willing to work with that, as well as provide, you're seeing a lot more on the concession side. Some places are dropping prices, but more so you see it reflected in the back end of the deal where they're giving more and more concession. So for a lot of our clients, we've got concession amount increased to whatever the maximum allowable is. For some people, we've gotten price decrease. Some other people, you had appliances thrown in, or maybe even landscaping added to things like that as well.
Yes.
So those are the big opportunities for new construction.
That's huge. And then I wanted to bring up this strategy that the builders have been using for many, many years. What they do is, let's say the price that they want to sell it is for 600. They price it at 650. And they're throwing in like 50,000 in incentives. They give a lot of free incentives, free upgrades and all that. So for those engineers who are actually watching the market and who want to price the homes and then come at the bottom of the market, this extra incentive that is built in, they are not going to see anywhere. It doesn't show on Zillow. It doesn't show on maricopa.gov. You'll never know. It's something that the builders have been doing. The same thing I see is coming to resale also. So buyers, don't be fooled by the numbers that you see on the sale price. Open Door and all these iBuyers also started doing it. They are buying the home for 650 and they have packed in about 10% in concessions.
Yeah.
And nobody is really seeing how much the home is selling for. So I would say in this market, there is so many deals to be had. People are fooling themselves by looking at the data on Zillow, thinking that is the actual price. The best thing to do for buyers, according to me, right now is jump into the market, get with Barry and Aakash, negotiate the price properly because the sellers are desperate to give out incentives, new builds and resales.
Yes.
And then if you're scared of the mortgage rate, we have solutions for that. Before the podcast, we just talked about the strategy. We have the Buydown programs that my office has been offering to their clients. With Buydown, you get the incentive, you get lower interest rate for 3 years, 2 years, or 1 year, and then you refinance in the next 3 years because we all are anticipating the inflation to come down. As soon as the inflation comes down, the mortgage rates have to come down. It's such a capitalistic country. You need to have the interest rates to go down for people to come out and buy, and that's going to happen very soon. So 2022, you buyers that are listening, if you are not paying attention to the right numbers, if you're paying attention to the media or if you're following your own sale price, the price that you're seeing is not right. The prices are lower because agents are able to get more incentives. You have the option to do the buy down. Go and watch our previous video that I did on buy downs and how you can get the buy downs. With that, you are able to get lower rates, and within a year or two, whenever the rates come down, you can refinance.
So 50% of homes right now being sold in the last 30 days have had some level of concession. So everyone is doing it.
Yes.
It's being offered. You know, when you looked at it last year, almost no houses, no deals were giving any concessions. You have to pay over. Buyers now have the advantage of they're not paying list price, or they are with massive concession, right? You're able to buy down the interest rate. You're able to get repairs done and negotiate repairs in a way that you weren't able to before. You now have options because this time last year, this is December of last year, there was 7,000 houses on the market, and right now you have 19,000 active listings on in the MLS. So you have options again. So everything outside of the rate being a little bit up, which you just talked about, we have buy down program, we have concessions to permanently buy down, and then you have refinances if should rates dip later. Is the only concern of the buyer is that rates are high.